So hey there, YouTube. So, a question I want to answer for people who don't know yet or think that you need to buy expensive equipment. So basically, I can say, how do you start a YouTube channel of your own? So I'm going to answer that in a second. So before I start, I just want to say that I think you all should subscribe and please like this video. Now, how you actually start your own YouTube channel, besides for adding advertising and monetizing the videos and subscribing to AdSense, besides for all of that, which if you want me to cover how to do that, please comment down below, because I have a channel that I could monetize and add and put on AdSense. So please comment down below if you want me to show you how to sign up. But anyway, so the way to actually start is you don't need a $500 DSLR or $500 video camera. How I actually started out was, I was 14 years old. I was working in a store for someone as more of a volunteer, so it wouldn't be illegal for me to work. And I was working towards buying myself an iPod Touch 4th generation before they became obsolete, and that was the time when iPod Touches were extremely big and like one of these things that everybody had, or like a really expensive smartphone. So when I was working towards that, I actually bought myself a 1 terabyte backup, CK Backup Plus hard drive. I bought my external hard drive. I bought myself this Canon PowerShot A2300 HD, and this didn't have autofocus, but for what I did, I really didn't mind. I learned how to get around the no autofocus on it. I learned how to do it without autofocus, and then there was also then I got this on a great sale. I mean, I got it, I think it was a little bit before Black Friday, so they had a great sale on these cameras, but it was better than the Black Friday sale for some reason. But anyway, I actually worked my way up to buy just a plain old digital camera, which is all you need. But if you really don't have the money for a camera, or you really don't have the money for much, what you could do is, what I did after I got this was I monetized my videos eventually. I subscribed to AdSense eventually, but I did monetize my videos in the beginning, just so I could actually make money. So once I subscribed to AdSense, I added my credit card, filled out a tax form and stuff. I had $250 to spend, so I was like to my mom and dad, since I was 15 at the time, I was like to my mom and dad, "Hey mom, hey dad," and this was a year after I started, so the $250 was cumulative throughout the whole year. And no, I wasn't big. I'm not big now, but no matter what, I had like maybe 5 or 6, 7 subscribers, and I was happy to at least get 10 at the time. And I'm like, "Hey mom, can we go out to Best Buy? I want to buy myself a video camera to be able to do my YouTube videos on." So she brought me out. I spent $204 on the video camera. I got an open box in perfectly new condition, and that's what I'm shooting on now. It's the Canon Vixia VIXIA HF R500. Now, this isn't the top of the line Canon right now. This goes online for like 100 to 200 bucks right now. So if I really wanted to, I could sell this for $250 and make back my money plus more. But I'm not going to do that. But so that's how I actually worked up to get all this stuff to be able to pursue my YouTube channel some more. And then from there, what I do is I accept items like electronical items or something that I think I could sell for free. I just accept whatever I can for free, and if I can't use it or I can't sell it, I just actually just give it away to someone else who can use it. So I just accept all the items I can use or sell, and if I really can't sell or use them, I donate them to people. Not really donate, but I give them to people who can actually use them. So I did. First, I was using my parents' tripod, and then from there, I got over the summer. I got my own tripod, a really nice for free, a really nice tripod that goes for about $60 to $70. So, forgetting buying your own equipment. Let's say you don't have the money for equipment and you are trying to work your way up towards new equipment. So what you could do is, the best thing to do is, if you have a job already, then using your YouTube money towards YouTube again to try to build it up isn't a bad idea. So if you have a job where you get paid, like, let's say $10 an hour, and you are using that money towards rent, food, whatever you need to use it towards the necessities. So basically, if you get, like, let's say $100 a month, or even if you get $50 a month, that's better than nothing, because 2 months in you'll get $100. That'll allow you to buy just a tripod for your phone, maybe, or something that you could use, or you could save that towards the next month, then buy yourself a $200 video camera or old DSLR. But I would recommend the video camera, because those are specifically meant, even older ones were specifically meant for videoing, and DSLRs don't have great video quality for maybe like 2 months, maybe like 2 years ago or so. So if you really don't have the money, or you are trying to work up towards it, how you can actually just start out is, they have a bunch of free programs you can get online for video editing, and you don't need how I started out was, I had an old Windows 7 computer that my parents bought from me online for $300 that I needed for online schooling, and it had 4 gigs of RAM. It didn't have anything. It took maybe 2 hours to render a video, but I dealt with it. You don't need anything high powered to do any of this. You start out with what you have, and then eventually you build your way up and you spend money on a video editing rig where you have all this stuff where it takes like 5 minutes to render. But what you have to deal with is what you have to deal with at first. You just deal with whatever you have. So you can buy for $50 Wondershare Filmora, which is what I use, and you can get yourself for $50 a professional video editing software. It's easy to use. I originally used the hacked version of Camtasia Studios, but that's more expensive. It doesn't have as many features as Wondershare Filmora, so I wouldn't recommend using a software that's so expensive. I recommend going with like $50. Maybe you can find something for free that works for you to actually work your way up, to be able to learn how to edit before you even buy. And also, so in the summer, again, since I have a new laptop now, as my older videos suggest, because I did a review for it, and over the summer I had actually lent my laptop out to someone. I was living in my parents' house, and now that I'm out of my house, I'm living in my own apartment. But basically, I lent my laptop out to someone who needed one for work, because at the time I didn't really need my laptop, because I could do some video editing from my phone. So I'm like, here, you can borrow my laptop. So I was lending it to him, and I'm like, I need to leave. I need my laptop back. But the person basically stole my laptop. Since then I got it back though, but the person stole my laptop, so what I had to do is I had to buy a new laptop. But I personally could have dealt with that old laptop, but I have the old laptop still. It's in very, very crappy condition now because of him, and basically I used that for video editing. It was fast enough, even though it stuttered all the time. I was able to use the arrow keys and scroll through the timeline that way and find where the videos sound cut out, and I can cut from there, and then I could basically watch it with a tiny bit of stuttering in the video but still get the sound quality that I needed to be able to hear, and I would be able to understand it. So you really don't need anything much. Then you can use your phone. Most phones now, if you have a high-end phone, if you have a $100 phone, maybe even a $50 phone, most phones have either 720p, 1080p, or even 4K. So these, for phones, they have autofocus, so you don't have to worry. So they definitely do have autofocus, and you really don't have to worry about much, because I can recommend you just using your phone. If you want to start a YouTube video, you're like, hey there guys, welcome to my new YouTube channel. Today I want to do a little review for my video, my digital camera here. I don't know, you do video reviews, you do something, but all you need to do is just hold your phone, make sure you're steady enough that if you are shaking, you can stabilize it, and if you're not shaking, even better. But phones nowadays have a good quality pickup microphones, so they have a bunch of microphones around the sides. Maybe some phones have 2, some phones have 3 or 4, but with that being said, you can use your video camera, your phone as your video camera, because again, you can use headphones with a mic to be able to record to get better sound, and so they're just so, and like, you can just go use your phone. It's pretty simple, and you can then probably edit straight from your phone if you found a video editing program, or you can just do it from your computer. But the way I recommend actually starting out is, when I was starting out, I didn't have a smartphone. It wasn't well, I mean, it was like, how long ago? 14, 19, that's 5 years ago. That was 2011. Most people at that point, they actually had dumb phones, like these types of phones. This actually is the type of phone that I had. I had it in white, but I just sold mine before. So I didn't even have a I didn't even have a smartphone. But now that everybody has smartphones, easily accessible, the camera's good. Use your smartphone for your video editing or your video recording, because you can just go like this, and you can just record, and you can literally, no matter what, just go right into your camera here, open up your camera, and you can say, hey there guys, so this actually is me, and now what I'm going to do is I am going to make a review for my camera. So you can make all this random stuff, you can do it all, and if you listen closely, I'm going to put it all the way up. Hey there guys, so this actually is me, and now what I'm going to do is I am going to make a review for my camera. And this is in 1080p, so if I click the play button again, it'll go through. Hey there guys, so this actually is... So, when I also started out, I still don't have the best lighting. I just deal with what I have, but I actually make it brighter by turning on all the lights I can get from either around my house or just in my room itself, like a lamp and 2 light bulbs in the ceiling. But basically, what I did originally was I found a way to get the light from my window when I lived in my parents' house. I got the light from the window to shine onto the onto the floor and stuff, onto whatever I was recording on. So I always used a white surface because that is the best surface. But I've always found the best lighting conditions I can with the cheap lights that I have. I don't have like the best lighting rig in the world. I just used the sun naturally and whatever I had. But from there, I would just try to find a way to get the light to make it look bright. And then I would just do a recording on either whatever I bought or something online. So if you do want to start free, you can do either start vlogs with your phone and go up to a digital camera or something, or you can start with reviewing maybe some makeup tips. Let's say you already have a ton of makeup products and you're spending your money on them already. Why not just make a review, see if you can get some money back on them, or just show how to do stuff like how-tos. There's a bunch of stuff you can do on YouTube, so you can always take products that you have, or take stuff that you already are going to buy, or some idea that you have, talk about it. Maybe you can do the challenges that people have online, like the try not to laugh challenge, try not to cringe, whatever challenges, and you can take that into your YouTube videos, and so you can always get stuff for free. But if you do want, again, if you lasted this long, if you do want a way to like video ideas, please comment down below which type. If you want maybe video ideas, free video ideas to start out your YouTube channel, or maybe if you want video ideas for stuff, reviews that you can do, for maybe just paying for the item because you're going to buy it already or something, comment down below and I'll get another video out soon. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If I hope you enjoyed, please like, comment down below, and subscribe. And as always, hit that bell so you're notified, because YouTube channels now are having a problem where they're not showing up in the sub box correctly. And I hope you enjoy, and I hope YouTube fixes their algorithm. And